It's Thursday. You know what time it is. Time for the hottest new wrestling podcast on the planet. Beyond the Barricade with your hosts, Dollar Bill, the Cleaner, and the Brain. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us tonight. The one, the only, Jersey All-Pro Hall of Famer, Magic. Welcome him to the show, please.
Thank you. How you everybody doing today?
Great. We're doing great.
Doing good.
Staying dry.
Show.
Long time no see, brother. How you been?
I'm all right, man. We know Bill been all right, the Brain.
Weed, man.
I don't sleep, do we?
No.
Well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
And you never sleep.
Never sleeps.
Sorry.
He be texting me like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, wow, this guy don't sleep.
Yeah, I'll get the same thing too, man.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes my messages get delayed.
You know what? You got to say he's very, very into this. He definitely wants to get it done. So I got to give him a hand on that one, you know?
Indeed.
We are having a blast doing this, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we're finally happy to have you on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much. I really don't do too much interviews, but, you know, I'm starting to get into it, you know?
We appreciate you doing it for us, brother.
I was young. I used to run away from these guys.
Yeah, I noticed you never really did anything backstage.
Nah, I'm always running.
And now you're running the shows.
Yeah, something I wish I never thought it, but you know, it's fun at one point, and sometimes it's like a pain in the butt, you know.
So
Speaking of which, you just ran a show last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I was around. You know, I'm not too much. I do my own thing now. Part of Titans Enterprise. We're one of the companies, you know, from Titans Enterprise. But, you know, Funhouse is still his own thing. You know, I did something different that nobody else wants to do no more. I wanted to give back to the community. But, you know, my company is more for like people can't see wrestling, you know, kids that don't see wrestling. And we try to do a community thing. You know, we're trying to get the police department involved, the fire department, parks, definite, and the sanitation, where we're not just telling you about everything. We're trying to educate kids as well. Because a lot of kids are in the poor areas, don't get the education as much as that, you know, they should, you know. And we have, we're working with Wrestling Recovery. They handle the people with drugs and stuff like that, you know, from where to go, alcohol and everything. So we're trying to make everybody work together, you know, where they can get programs and you know, the police department has PALs. You know, we got to get these kids to stop being scared of cops, you know. Not all cops are good. So I'm not going to sit there and say the cops are the best thing. No, not all of them good. But, you know, you got to know what to do and how to handle the spot you're in.
Exactly.
When they're after you, know?
Oh, right on. Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed. Especially with today's the way cops are shown on social media, and everybody just seems like they've always been painted as a bad light. Right.
You know, like I said, not all of them are great, but there are some real good cops out there, you know, will work with the community and stuff like that. You know, you got to understand, everybody has a bad day, but a police officer is supposed to have a higher standard, you know, and, you know, you're a human being. That's all I can say. They're human beings too, but some of them got to know how to hold their standards more higher.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. But you mentioned also that you didn't think you'd be doing this, like running shows, because I remember seeing you always, you know, being the wrestler. But how did you end up being like the one running everything?
Well, it started one day. I was working. I said, you know, I seen a lot of wrestling companies. You know, it's all about money. You know, everybody wants to get money. But a lot of kids can't afford wrestling. You know, I did my time. I travel and stuff, and I'm like, let's give back. You know, I trained at Jersey All-Pro School. We were the first company ever in this world charged people $10 to work out. We wasn't no give me $1,000 down payment or none of that. We didn't do that. I said, yo, I talked to Fat Frank, and Frank was like really against it at first. I said, Frank, man, but you can get more students out of this place when you charge $10 because a lot of people want to be wrestlers, can't afford to be wrestlers. So we opened a school, Jersey All Pro Wrestling in Bayonne, and we charged $10. And then when the ones that didn't have the money, we made them sweep, break down the ring and everything at the bingo hall. So, they earned their money,
That's
Me, I lived
fantastic.
off
Yeah.
of,
A friend of mine actually went through the school for a little while, but I think he got hurt and couldn't continue.
Oh,
So,
man. At the Jersey All Pro School?
yeah, at Charity Hall.
Oh, man. Do I know him?
Probably not. I haven't seen him in over 20 years, but you know what? I'm telling you right now, I'm kicking myself because I didn't go through it.
Look, man, you can still be a wrestler, man. There's no age on wrestling. A lot of people say it's old. But, if you're young at heart, and you like to take the bumps and you don't mind, then you learn how to wrestle. You don't have to be that guy to climb the top rope and do backflips and all that stuff. You could be a solid wrestler. It's more about entertaining. And that's what I'm about. I'm an entertainer now, man. I'm not all about that, man. There's wrestlers. Everybody could be a wrestler, and there's entertainers. And I'm like Jericho. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah. I think I probably would have gone more along the lines of a referee.
You still can be a ref.
Yeah, I know. It's just a matter of get the time and being able to get to the shows,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. It takes a lot of time to put in it, but you have fun, man. If you like to have the crowd, that's what you do, man. I love the crowd. They hate me or love me, man, And lately I've been trying to be a bad guy and it just don't work out.
No, it doesn't work. No, dude. You do not have a heel bone in your body except in your heels.
It's funny though, because that's all I hear from other wrestlers saying that being a heel is easy. You're the first one I've heard that saying being a heel is not easy.
It's not, because I can't get the crowd to boo me.
Well, to be honest with you, Magic, we've all watched you for over 20 years and we can't see it.
Like, oh,
I know I can't.
No, I can't.
This guy sucks, man.
This is you're not heel material.
It's like, why you got boots on?
Because I remember at my first, I think it was like my second Jersey All Pro show I attended. I got to help out, and you were one of the first guys to come up to me, welcome me in, treat me like we know each other for 20 years. And I remember afterwards, I went with some friends to the diner, and you came in, show me some love, and that's what I always appreciate, the good things about you, man.
Thank you, man. That's how we supposed to be. We supposed to be friends and family, man, brothers, man. We're all in this business with each other, man. You're supposed to be for family, you know what I mean? I don't turn people down, I really don't think anybody, a lot of guys say they suck. There's a lot of bad wrestlers out there, but me to go there and tell you really suck, that's not making me no better. The best thing I could tell wrestlers to do is try to teach them a little bit more of their craft. Like, hey, dude, this might work out better for you doing this way or that way. I never want to tell somebody, you suck, get out of my ring. I would not do that.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing.
Yeah. You got to appreciate the guy who sweeps the arena after you leave. You got to appreciate those guys. I shake everybody's hand, man, because I love everybody, man. That's who I am, bro.
That's one thing I always noticed with you at Jersey All Pro. You were always out there saying hello to the crowd. And even during the matches, you were out there talking to people.
Yeah,
and that's what made people want to come back. The personalities that were in Jersey All Pro.
Yeah, I'm not the best wrestler in the world. I never will be, but there's some better wrestlers than I do. But I'm a different person, man. This is why I brought up Funhouse, because of politics, man. I hate politics in wrestling, man. It's a lot of them. A lot of companies hate each other and stuff like that. I'm not like that, man. I get along with everybody, Yeah. And I felt that a lot of kids can't afford to see wrestling. We'll go right back to what I'm saying. A lot of kids can't afford to see wrestling live. They see it on TV. So I felt that let's bring the Funhouse. Let's get these shows going on. I had to start off charging. I was with Titans, and I'm still with Titans, but we had to charge people because I rent the building, and you got to pay everybody. And, to get myself off the feet, I can start. So the little bit of money we got back, I put into the ring. We're starting to buy everything new. I had to buy belts, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So everything I
Mhm.
got right back into the company. I don't go
Nice.
home with nothing in my pocket. I'm usually losing more than I make, but
Yeah.
I want to get to that program when I can go out there and do shows in neighborhoods that kids never seen wrestling before live. People can't afford $30 tickets, man, especially
Yeah.
times like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Inflation.
And like I tell everybody, I wish I can pay every worker $200-300 a show. I wish I can do that, but I can't. I can't even afford it. I can't afford to pay myself. But I'm trying to give back. And the people who come with me in front house are the ones that helping me.
Yep.
I try to make sure their envelopes are packed. Before I do a show, I make sure their envelopes are ready. I tell them what they get in. If they agree with it, I understand. If they can't, I understand. Times are hard, especially when gas is going up.
Oh,
Bridges,
hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's not cheap no more. And that's why these promotions are doing $30-40 now. And before you know, you'll be buying tickets for $50 for an indie show.
Yeah.
It's almost there. Just getting there now.
Yeah.
So my company is giving out we're doing a summer program. That's what I could say. We're like a summer program. Whoever comes in my shows, I try to feed them, pay them, and let them have fun. I let them be free. I don't put no restrictions on them that much. I need what I need to be done, and basically I tell them what I need to get done, and basically everybody agrees with me. And we work out things. If you have something that you didn't like me to say, it's something you wanted to do different, what I want to say, I'll turn around and help you out. I was like, all right, let's see what your ideal. Your ideal may be better than my ideal. So I work with my workers.
That's what you got to do. You got to be open to other ideas.
Yes.
So
One thing I wanted to ask, how does your experience from working independent for the past 20 years, how does that help you run your company now?
Well, I learned a lot from you could say NWA in New York. When I started wrestling with NWA, I finally got the hands on the gear. They helped let me be an agent, help let me book some shows. They showed me the background. That was Rick O'Brien from NWA Staten Island. And then I got to Jersey, when I did Jersey All Pro training and stuff, I got to watch the production. I got my little 2 cents in because I ran the student shows. Then they took over from there because the student shows were making more people was coming to the student shows than they was going to the regular shows.
Wow, nice.
They took it away from me, and they Frank saw something else. The other head people, Jersey All Pro at that time, felt that all right, we're going to take over Magic, and you stay in the training facility. And that's what I did. I trained and I wrestled. But, I was more a better trainer than I was a wrestler. That's the way I seen it.
See, the old saying goes, those who can do, those who can't teach. But the thing is, you can do and you can teach.
I appreciate it. It's guys like y'all keep me going.
I have a question. Can you go into a little bit about your training? Like how do you train your students?
My training, when I train, I try to be your friend first, make you feel comfortable. I don't put pressure on you. A lot of guys can't do, some guys could bump the first day. Some guys will take several weeks to learn how to get the bump. So you have to have patience with them. You don't turn them down. You don't call them all kinds of names. You work with them and always work with them. And, and when they make it, the whole school got to be part of it. You know what I'm saying? If you make this big bump, I'm not the only one cheering you on. The whole class got to cheer you on. We have to back each other up. That's the difference. I don't play egos. I'm better than you. I'm better than that because nobody's better than anybody. If I don't have an ego, then you can't have an ego in my class either.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's how do a little different. You know, I didn't tell everybody to run around the track 1,000 fucking times and all that shit. I didn't do none of that. If you want to do all that running, you go to the gym. Go work out in the gym. You know, it was a lot of gyms out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My training was basically in the ring. You did a lot of running, crisscrossing, drop downs, or that's all your running, all your training.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I made them do handstands, hip tosses, everybody hip toss. If you got 40 students, imagine hip tossing 40 students in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's plenty of a workout.
You know, that was my workout at that time. You know, Jersey Pro had a good main base, you know, fans, trainers at school. We had Jersey All Pro, I counted 400 students and maybe 30 of them stayed.
Wow.
You know, we had students coming in left and right and left, and it just didn't hit. They couldn't make it. They felt that they didn't make it. I wish I kept them all. You know, I begged them. I called them. You know, I got in touch with them. I still stay in touch with some of the guys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
You know?
No, that's great.
Because I don't feel them just as my students. I feel as they're my family. And that's how I treat everybody, family and friends, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had an illustrious career, title-wise.
I had a lot.
You've had a good amount of titles over your career.
Yeah, you know, shoot, I've had a few titles. You know, I wish I had as many titles like Steve Mack had. He had like 81. Squad, I was like, God damn, 81.
Mack was a monster when it came to titles.
Yeah. And I've been wrestling woman in that kid.
He got a title just for being there.
How many titles
you sent me a list of some of your titles that you could remember.
Yeah, I don't remember all, but I remember a lot of them.
Yeah, you also said something about not being able to remember because of too many chair shots to the head.
Yeah, memories, man. My memories are bad, bro. You know, some people tell me stories. I'm not gonna lie. Some people tell me stories I did, and I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of people walk up to me and say, "Yo, you helped train me in Jersey All Pro," and I'm like, "I did." You know,
Yeah.
Well, when you saw over 400 students, sometimes you don't remember all of them.
You know, and a lot of them, like Mike Quest. I love messing with this guy.
He's fun to mess with.
I think I might got his name right because he worked for he's an H2O I think trainer, one of the trainers there.
Oh, wow.
He works with Bulldozer.
Yeah, he's
Matt
one
Tremont.
of the trainers right there, Mike Tremont. Yeah. I tease him all the time. I say, I don't remember you. I remember him, but I just you didn't go to Jersey All Pro because he teamed up with Eric Crovers that we used to call Roach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They was the Garden State God.
The Jersey State Gods.
That was his tag team partner. And I used to tell him, I used to tell him, you never trained in my school. You know, his partner. I was like, I don't know you, man. You didn't train by me.
How's Mike doing, by the way? I haven't seen him in a long time.
What I'm hearing, he's doing really good. He's training at H2O. That's the last time I heard about him, about a couple of months ago. Maybe, could have been a year ago. I remember because went to my school, and they said, you know, a lot of teachers are like that. I don't want you to go train somewhere else. I want you to train here, you know, not over there and over there. And I respect that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of teachers want you to learn from them. You know, I used to tell my students, go learn from anybody you can. I used to send them down to Mike Crackerbush, you know. I didn't have no ego.
Oh, yeah, Chikara.
Yeah, I used to send them all down there. I didn't have no problems with them going there. You know, hey, man, you learn something different. Everybody learns different. Everybody teaches different, but it's all the same. It comes down to ice cream. Ice cream is ice cream, different flavors.
Exactly.
And styles.
You know, everybody got different styles, different ways, you know. I'm a rugged, old school wrestler. You know, I've been trained by older guys. I started with a guy I probably don't know named Pete McKay.
Okay.
And before Pete McKay, I was training with these two cousins called James. They both named was James. One lived in Queens and one lived in the Bronx. And I think they claimed they was trained by what you call him in up in Connecticut. Can't remember him with the wow. He trained Triple H.
Killer Kowalski.
Kowalski?
They claimed that they were trained by Killer Kowalski. Now here I am, 16 years old at that time, 15, 16 years old. So I don't know, but we used to have a place in Queens, and this guy had a big yard. It was from Far Rockaway in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Far Rockaway Boulevard in Queens, and they built a ring, beautiful ring. They built a ring in their backyard, and they used to charge people $1, I think it was, or 50 cents at that time to get in, and we used to get paid by eating. Oh, hey man, they used to cook the best corn on the cob I ever had, man. I still can taste that now, man. And ribs, that was my favorite go-to places. I didn't care about their chicken, but they ribs were really good. They had some thick ribs, man. I don't know where their parents got it from, but it was good. And then we went to the Bronx. We did a show on 151st Street in the park. They built a ring up there, rent a ring or something. And that's, And then I ran into this guy named Pedro. He used to own the Puerto Rico Arena.
Mm-hmm.
The Puerto Rico Arena, that's where all Homicide and all us met up at. It was a place in Brooklyn.
Okay.
From there, I went to Pete McKay. And then I learned from Bobby the Ball Eagle or something like that. And he was called Tiger Mask at one time. And I was at Gleason's gym. And then I went to in my shop. And that's where I really got my skills from.
Wow.
Was he wearing the arm brace when he was teaching you?
Shop had no arm brace.
How many times did he club you with that one?
He clubbed me a few times, I became Iron My Shop's, how you say it, pet.
His pet project?
Yeah, I stopped wrestling when I got to Iron My Shop. I didn't wrestle no more. I just stopped to learn more, and that's when I met the Mike Terrace, Bobby Who, 911, who else was there? Steve, what you call him from, what's his name? Steve McCree, can't remember his name. He worked for ECW.
Steve Carino.
Steve Macrino,
Okay.
all those
Carino,
guys.
yeah.
They all were great, man. These are great guys, man. Plus being part of NWA at that time, I became an NWA New York guy, and I became a champion there. And I met a lot of people. We travel a lot. I got to see the world because I am my shop.
Yeah, and I was looking up your cage match profile. And that's who's listed as your trainer, Mike Sharp.
Yeah, I am my shop. A lot of people don't know I've been wrestling for years before I met I am my shop. But the whole idea, I learned how to be a better wrestler with I am my shop. Everybody used me as a 300-pound, 400-pound guy to beat up on. Make their kids look good. So I had no idea of psychology about wrestling. I just go in there, throw my fatness around, and they beat me up.
Best job ever.
It was like a good job, but it wasn't nothing coming out of it. It was no fame coming out of it, nothing. I used to call myself Samson because I thought I was like the next Hercules, Then I used to call myself American Eagle, Until one day I remember getting hit by an ice cream truck called Magic. And a lot of people used to call me Magic or Bear. So I said, you know what? Is that name Magic? And I started using Magic more when I got time in my shop. And it started, from there.
It just stuck with you.
It just stuck.
Yeah, I got out of the jeans and,
into the Shaolin outfit.
Yeah, I just started getting out of the jeans and stuff. Then I started wearing the mask, and I thought I was a demon from hell and all that. I find myself as Magic. I wanted doubles bats or something. That's how I thought it was going to work out, and it did. I was like, this is getting stupid.
How? I love the way you said about how you came up with how Magic just stuck with you because you got hit by an ice cream truck, literally. But how did you develop the character after that, though? The outfits and everything. Like, how did you?
You want to know the truth?
Mhm.
The video game was coming out called Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
And I love the outfit. I was like, this is cool. And it could hide my little pecker. I said, yo, this flap is hot. And nobody in wrestling was wearing this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
The women were wearing flaps, like that time. And I said, you know what? This would be awesome. So we came up and actually Frank and them helped us out because they wanted us to be the sheep birds or something like that. And I was like, this is stupid. And I'm from Staten Island, Wu-Tang came out with the Charlotte thing. So I said, let's put it all together. And, I'm like, yo, all right, we got Mortal Kombat. I walked up to Suba. I said, yo, dude, we got to wear this, man, because I'm not being nobody's sheep burgers or murdering sheep burgers. Frank had some stupid thing. He wanted us to come out with the insane posse thing, voodoo something. And it really didn't start with Suba. It started with me, Lathan, and Caracho. We were like the headhunters type of thing. But he wanted us to be the voodoo something. It didn't work out. Because Lathan and Cavacho hit it off really better. Me, I was like the third wheel. I was more into training with the kids at that time, Charlie Haas and them. I was like a recruiter. I seen them, I got them. Steve Mack, I brought in, stuff like that. Loki, Moth, I helped train Moth,
Lethal.
Lethal, more guys than I do.
They can remember for you.
Here's a 6-3 separation point for you.
Mickey Sanchez.
You ready for this one?
Shoot.
I used to work as a security guard at a frozen food warehouse for ShopRite out in Secaucus, across from the old outlet center.
Okay.
Moff's brother, Ramon, was my supervisor.
Really?
Yep.
I got one even
And
better.
I ran into Ramon at a show one time, and I'm like, dude, I haven't seen you in years. He's like, yeah, I'm here to see my brother wrestle. And I'm like, who's your brother? Moff. I'm like, are you shitting me?
I got one even better. Apparently, I didn't find this out until like a couple of years ago. Moff is best friends with my first cousin.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
How small the world is?
Very
really.
small. Very small.
One of my top students, man.
Yeah,
look
Yeah.
he has been doing very well for himself.
Man, he looked like he ripped trees out of the ground, man. How big he is now.
Yeah. I remember
that little skinny Puerto Rican guy. Now look at him. Him and Steve Mack are monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how right now he's teaming with Sean Donovan.
Yes.
They are doing some serious damage.
Well, lately he's been solo now.
Yeah, I think Up and Beyond.
Yeah, he's been solo lately. I don't know if he's still teaming up with him, but I know Moth been doing a lot of solo things.
I still see him and Donovan teaming up every once in a while.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
because I just see Mark once in the blue moon. I see him at Pro Wrestling Magic.
Yeah. I was really happy for him right before the pandemic. He was getting some more dates with Ring of Honor. I was so happy for him.
He's getting signed for it, and then Ring of Honor went a different way now. They with this guy,
Yeah, with Tony.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they bring him back,
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, it would be. Definitely.
He did pretty good with the NEW, I think it is, that travels around.
Oh, Northeast, yeah.
He was a champion there for them, his partner Steve is doing pretty good. He's actually one of the producers in Titans Championship Wrestling. Like one bosses there, he writes some of the storylines and stuff like that. And plus he's a tag team champion, he's very good. These guys are very good when it comes to training, and they're the new generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Steve is doing really good as well. Steve. So a lot of them, even Steve Off, owns Pro Wrestling Magic. Another of my students that becomes my boss. Become my boss.
The student becomes the teacher.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or the student becomes the master.
Yes.
Well, we had a match. He beat me. Steve Off.
Then you shouldn't have taught him everything you knew.
Everybody beats me now. I won one match, and I'm so happy now. I've been on a losing streak for a while now, and I won one match.
It means you're doing a good job, though.
I'm having fun while I can. Like I said, next year I'll be 60. I don't know if y'all know, but I'll be 60 next year because I'm turning 59 this year on May 30th. And I'll be 60 next year, and I think it's time for me to hang up my boots because it's more for a young man. I don't want to take nobody really talent, and I'm in their way. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to pass the buck down. Like a young man like you, man, you should be in there getting that groove on, man. Don't laugh. You should
I'll be honest with you. I worked as the medic for Jersey All Pro. I worked for GCW and ICW, and I took a couple of bumps during those times. I took a few. One match was a Matt Tremont match. The gimmick, he got cut. I bandaged him up and tried to keep him from going back. He picked me up and slammed me onto one of those heavy oak cafeteria tables.
Ooh.
And then another show right at the beginning of the pandemic for ICW down in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Casanova Valentine pushed me. We were on a dirt parking lot, but the ring was on the asphalt. He pushed me. I was supposed to land on the dirt. My body did. My head didn't. My head bounced off the concrete.
Ouch.
Thanks for days.
And I played them both off perfectly.
No, you didn't play it off. You were really hurt.
I was hurt. Oh, I was hurt.
It sold a little too good.
That concrete one hurt. That concrete one hurt.
Man up. You was playing. You wasn't playing. You was really hurting. I hit my head off. They're like, "Oh, you're a good actor." No, I was hurting.
Magic. Before we sign off, I'd like to know if you'd be willing to do a quick little promo for our podcast.
No.
Okay.
I didn't think so because you don't do promos to begin with.
I do promos. I like doing promos, but sometimes you gotta be honest. I like to do promos where I can get it right away. So if you like somebody gotta kick something to me where I can go right after it, like you talk about your podcast, and I'm like, okay, now I got something to talk to you about,
Yeah.
I can go in.
Yeah.
It's I like to do promos nice and I like to make it funny.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
But I think y'all got, so far I'm having a good time, man. Usually I'll be in the corner like, oh my God, they asking me too many crazy questions. I don't know. I'm having fun with you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, we've all known each other for 20 some odd years. So, it's just like a normal conversation between everybody.
Yeah. But guys, I'm telling you, my body's over with this, man. I've been doing this over 40 something years, man. It's time for a new generation to move in. But wrestling changed through the years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, Magic, I got to cut you off because this thing is going to end in about a minute, less than a minute. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's a pleasure seeing you again.
I appreciate it.
Right.
But you guys, I'm telling you, man, y'all got the best promo. Y'all got the best podcast. You make everybody feel comfortable. Keep it going, man.
So since we got a little more time, anything else you want to discuss, talk about? What you got going on for the rest of the?
Well, like I said, we're working with we're trying to work with the community, like different areas in Jersey. I would love to come to New York, but it's the problem with New York. The commissioner will not budge. I'm trying to tell them the same thing. We're trying to get the communities together, and the New York State Commissioner, Athletic Commission, will not budge for me. They want me to they definitely want me to get a license and stuff. And I was like, dude, but it's not making no money. We're not making a dime. They just want to hear it. They want us to pay the taxes. I don't mind getting the doctor. I don't mind having the ambulance there because that's part of the program. The police department be there, but they will not budge. And I don't want to do something without being right. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everything's correct. Like they say, dot your I's and cross your T's. And definitely I want to do that. But New York will not budge.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're very strict when it comes to things.
They will not budge.
Wow.
So you said you run in New Jersey. Where specifically in New Jersey do you run?
Well, we're looking at Amboy. We're looking at Jersey City. We're looking to run. Well, we're looking to run our programs. So far, I think it's per Amboy. I think I'm saying it wrong because I'm not a Jersey guy.
Perth
Perth
Amboy.
Amboy.
Yeah,
Perth.
we
Yeah.
got it.
That's the first one we're going after right now. We're working details with the with the police department and the parks department. They're on board what we're hearing. But we just
Nice.
got to have a certain date and everything. And once I show that we're doing it, and maybe other areas will come in and help us as well with the program.
Mhm.
That I show something first that we can keep going, and then maybe we'll get sponsors where I can pay the guys to wrestle. I don't want nobody to work for free. That's no, I don't care if I get a dime or not because I really don't care. I'm just giving it back, and that's what I want. I want these people to understand. Like I was saying at the beginning, we gotta get everybody on one page. When everybody's on one page, maybe we can get sponsors to pay the workers, not me, but make sure the workers get paid. They can have money, feed them as well. We want to make it bigger than life, and I just don't want to do New York. I want to do Philadelphia. I want to go to these places that is poor, rundown areas. I got, and there's decent people there. It's really decent. A lot of decent people, hardworking people. But when you gotta live where you gotta live, you know what I mean? And I feel
definitely.
that, a lot of these kids can't do nothing. They stay in the house because they're scared to go out, with drugs and stuff like that, crime in the neighborhoods and stuff. Here we're coming and lighten things up, So that's what I'm looking at. To show kids that never seen wrestling live, they can see it live. They can see what's going on, and all the communities are working together. Like I said, I don't want kids to be scared of the police department at all. I'm not going to say every cop is great. Like I said again, not every cop is good. Some got that ego problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very aware
As
of it.
as some people put it, bullies with a badge.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to put it. And, I like to give everybody a chance to wrestle too. A lot of these guys that wrestle, it's very entertaining, but people don't think they're good enough. For me, I think everybody's good enough. Once you can get in, put boots on and get in that ring and show as much as you can, then you work with them. I don't expect everybody in my company to go out there and do backflips and so on and so on, but I expect you to do a little entertaining. And a lot of the people I work with is very good at entertaining. I like a clean locker room. I like to have fun. I don't like egos. I don't expect any, this group and on this side, that group on that side. Everybody's a group. I show everybody respect. Like I said, I walk in the locker room, I talk to everybody. I don't care about your posse,
Yeah.
I'll break that up, man, because that's who I am,
Much respect.
Yeah.
And, a lot of guys respect me. I never had a problem with any workers. I never had anybody saying that to go fuck yourself or none of that. I never really had that. Excuse my language, but I never had nobody say that to me. If they did, they say it behind my back, And like I said, I'm not always the good guy. I could do something wrong and you may be mad with me. I'd rather you come talk to me about it instead of us throwing fists, or getting upset.
Yeah, exactly.
On the internet talking crap on each other. I don't do that. I give everybody opportunities.
Much appreciated. There's too much of that shit talking going on online.
Yeah.
I don't do that, man. I don't do that. I have somebody talking crap about me that I helped them out in wrestling. But, I don't respond to them. I don't respond to them. I helped you out because nobody else wanted you in the ring. And I felt that, hey, it will work out. I'll make it work out. And it did. And we had some fun, He felt that I'm not his friend or something. I don't know. But I got to move on with that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't keep grudges. If I see him, I'll still give him a hug. I still think he's my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Family fight.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Magic. Who are some of the favorite guys you've ever worked with over the years?
Oh, King Kong Bundy, Bam Bam Bigelow, Raven.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I wrestled Raven in New Jack City for his title, and I had a broken arm
Oh wow.
with a cast on. Yeah, I did screw up on his finisher, the DDT. He had to do it again.
Well,
don't mind me-
you know what they say. Sometimes once just isn't enough.
Yeah.
But
If you don't.
I had the most fun, man. I wrestled against the Dudley brothers.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I wrestled against Alex the Great. Was called Big Dick Dudley.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
He was
Remember.
Alex the Great. A Train became Devon.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I wrestled, Superfly Jimmy Snooker.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I think everybody
Wow.
wrestled Jimmy Snooker.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But Tony Atlas.
Nice.
I got in the ring with Pedro Morales. I got in
Oh wow.
Sweet.
Johnny Rocco.
Oh yeah.
New Jack a couple of times.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
survived those.
Yeah.
I enjoy wrestling with New Jack. It was fun, but I had my problems with New Jack too one time. He was a agent one time, and he tried to break out with all everybody's money, and I was like, "You ain't leaving that door until I get my money. I don't care about everybody else. You gonna pay me
Yeah.
because we way out."
Whoa.
But we've been cool. We've been cool. I wrestled just recently, about a couple months ago, the Samoan Junior. What you call him?
Oh.
See, we too many chair shots.
Yeah.
I could wrestle yesterday and forgot your name already.
Yeah. He's in MFW or MLW.
He runs his own company called Battle something.
Battle Arts?
Battle something wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. To Samoan Jr. something. Samuel Jr. No, it's not Samuel. Arthur Jr.
Oh.
Just finished wrestling. Arthur Jr. Had a great job. I wrestled for Gino Garuso. I
Nice.
wrestled. I had fun with. I wrestled another one. What the fuck? See, I can't get these names now. Now you got me on the spot now.
That's okay. If you can't
That's
remember
fun this
everybody,
way.
that's fine.
It's
That's
fun.
the best part, though.
The strong guy. Lex
Luger.
Yeah, I wrestled Lex Luger.
Wow.
So Anvil Hart. First time in Madison Square Garden, I was doing a dark match, and they were bringing Anvil back. And I, in my shop, they didn't have the guy to come in, so they needed somebody to go in the ring at the Garden. And they was like, your name's going to be Morgan Andrews. Because my name's Andrew Morgan. So they changed my name backwards. And I wore these pair of tights with my big titty out. I had these like Andre Giant type of.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
My little wee hanging out, my balls all out. And I'm like, yo. And to walk down Madison Square Garden, just to walk in that place and people looking at you, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? And you sit in the ring, like, oh my God, never felt so naked in my damn life.
Wow.
But that's got to be amazing, right? Walking down Madison Square Garden.
My heart was pumping like 1,000,000 miles per hour just to do a 5-second spot. I got one hit, and the rest was him.
Oh wow!
I was so
Squash
happy.
match extraordinaire.
I was so happy it was over with. I ran in the back like a little girl, man. But I enjoyed it. But then again, I was scared as shit.
Oh wow!
Wow.
The next day you thinking everybody in the world saw you, like, yeah, they know who I am. I'm jumping, yeah, I'm the guy, yeah, Didn't nobody knew what the fuck I was.
Oh, damn.
It is true. I in my shop has a habit of being the last one out of any arena. He washes his trunks 1,000 times before he does. The guy runs up and down the stairs, and I'm sitting there getting tired while watching him. I mean, my shop works out, So we almost got there. We got there a little late. and they wasn't too happy about it. You know, you're supposed to be there like 2 hours earlier, 3 hours early before the show starts.
Yeah.
Right.
We got there about maybe an hour before the show start, and guy didn't show up, and I was lucky. I was the guy that they picked, and I had these. They gave me these fucking tights to put on because I didn't have no real wrestling gear. I'm a student, you know. I was expecting to be on, and that's when I in my shop told me. He said, "You always carry your gear, no matter what."
Always.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, but I never expect to be on a garden show. I was just driving you there, you know, being with you to get there. Because he had to rent a car, and he had to give one back. He had bought another rent a car. I think it was called Budgets.
Yeah.
Correct. He had a budget car and a rent, something called Rent-A-Rents, I think it was.
Rent-A-Wreck.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh God.
So he got his Rent-A-Rent from the guy, and he had the budget car. So I had to drive the budget car to the budget and jump in his car, and we wound up going to the garden from there. You know,
Wow.
I in my shop treated a lot of his students good. They all went to the garden. Some of them really got on TV. You know, a lot of them guys got good chances. You know, I was just lucky to get one time, and you know, I was the scariest thing in my life. But you know, after that, you know, you're waiting outside, you're hoping people walk by the garden, you're sitting out there waiting for shop to come out in the parking lot, and you're sitting there like, yeah, you know, like you know, you hope people ask you for an autograph. Not a damn person asked me for an autograph.
Damn.
Oh shit.
How you feel like I was there, I was at the garden, I'm on TV. Yeah, I think I'm on TV. It wasn't on TV either. But you like, yeah, I was there, yeah. You saw me, right? Everybody like, yeah. And they walk by me like I was a janitor.
Oh God.
When Sharp came out, they like, hey, they called Sharp loser and stuff like that. He went, I'm the greatest Canada. You know, he performed right outside, and I'm like, oh man, nobody.
He was
knows
one of the greatest jobbers in wrestling history.
But truthfully,
but he had some great matches.
You know why Sharp became a jobber?
Why is that?
I'll tell you. The story was Sharp supposedly went down south for the WWE and come back. They said, go down south for a while. We're going to send you this territory for a while, and we're going to bring you back. Sharp refused to go down the territory. He wanted to stay. And, you know, they built him up. Remember, Sharp had titles before he got here. He wrestled in Japan. He was one of Hulk Hogan's tag team partners at one time.
That's right. I remember that.
Oh, Sharp had a good career. But when he went to WWF at that time, they asked him to go to another territory. And he didn't want to go to Mid-South, you know, at that time. And, and you know, you don't listen to the boss. You know, they built Sharp up as a heel. He was going to fight Hogan at one time. And then they told him to go south for a while, you know, build the character back up, you know, because Sharp wrestled these guys. He was beating people up. The most funniest moment when he had wrestled this dude and his hair fell off. His hair piece came off and Sharp had it in his hand, and him and Bobby the Brain was laughing their asses off. The guy runs under the ring and stuff, and Sharp holding his hair. You know,
like what the hell?
A trophy.
And, you know, it's like, and there was another one where the Texas tornado, his boot fell off.
I didn't remember hearing about that one.
I think Sharp clotheslined him so hard one time his boot fell off, and he has no toes.
Yeah.
Oh, he went on the table. I heard it happen several times with him. You know, I don't know the truth, but I remember Sharp hit him one time. I remember Sharp was in the back, and we were all in the back, and Kurt Angle told him, don't be chopping me, Sharp. And Sharp went to chopping him. If you watch it and you see him and I in my shop, you see him peeling the fucking thing like this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Oof. That hurts just thinking about it.
Look at it and said, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one guy you do not want to shoot on, Kurt Angle.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sharp didn't give a fuck. Sharp didn't give a fuck at that time. He was vicious. You know, Sharp he chopped you. Fuck it. He like, I'm softening you up. I remember he chopped the shit out of me. I was like running from him.
Who are some of your favorite guys to work with at Jersey All Pro? Who are some of the guys who actually really made it big after being in Jersey All Pro? Who were some of your favorite guys to work with?
I had fun working with. Tell you the truth, I had fun working with everybody in Jersey All Pro. There was nobody really didn't like. One guy I liked it was called Big Dog. Big white dude called himself Big Dog. He came work for me at Funhouse one time. But yeah, man, I had fun with everybody, man. Everybody I got in the ring with, I had fun with, man. I have no complaints. I had fun. Even we fucked up at certain spots. We still had fun. I can't really complain about anybody. I had fun with everybody, man. I really loved wrestling against. Tell you the truth, the Hit Squad was the nice ones we worked against, and our best was Dirty Rotten Scandals. If you want to say Charlotte Wrecking Crew and Dirty Rotten Scandals, we wrestle everywhere, man. Those guys.
I remember that. I remember them.
Yeah, we had more fun wrestling with those guys. Our chemistry worked. We worked.
Yeah, you guys put out some epic matches together.
We had some fun, man. I gotta admit it. Dirty Rotten Scandals. I had a tag team with Dirty Rotten Scandals. We had mad fun with them, man. Every company we walked into, they were there. We wrestled against, And they keep telling me I'm the one who gave them their break because they wanted us to job them out in Jersey All Pro, and I don't do jobs. I don't job nobody out. You came to wrestle, man. So we went to make a program out of it. They were a little mad, but then look what happened. Scandals became the champions, Jersey All Pro They became champions before us.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are traveling more than us. But whatever happened, man, was these guys. These guys were like the Charlotte Wrecking Crew. We were like mates,
Mhm.
Wow.
One thing I wanted to ask was because I'm a little younger kid, Unfortunately, I only know of it as a liquor store. So I wanted to ask, what was it like working at Charity Hall? Because I wish I could have gone to a show there.
Well, Charity Hall, it was like a bingo hall. At first, everybody disrespected Jersey All Pro.
Yeah.
We was getting called kinds of names. Once a month warriors at that time, like every company does it now. It built up. Jersey All Pro built up. We were doing things that, we was like, a lot of people kept saying that we were like the next ECW, but we wasn't. We were we were young. You got to remember, you got Homicide was like 20, 21, you had Steve and all the guys who grew up, they were young babies, man. Except for me, I was always an old man, but they were young babies, you know what I mean? And to experiment with them and have fun with them, I watched them grow up to become men. They travel around the world, Yeah, another guy wrestler, I forgot to tell you, Homicide, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We all remember
that's
that.
a given. Wrestling Homicide is a given in Jersey All Pro.
Pretty much.
Homicide used to be tag teams, partners, and then me and Loki was tag team partners.
Yep, I remember those.
When I see these guys, they don't act like they shit is stink, like they're the best thing in the world and you suck. These guys always came out, hugged me, showed love to me, respect. So I love these guys. I have nothing bad to say about some of these guys in Jersey All Pro. I don't know how some of these guys now are, but some of these guys hit stardom. They're pretty good. And my really last student that hit TV is Santana.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was my last student. Chris Dickinson, another one of my students.
Chris is doing very well for himself over in New Japan right now.
Yeah. New Japan USA.
And I wish I could remember his girlfriend because I met her yesterday. And she is excellent. She had Titans Championship Wrestling. She ruled.
Wow.
She got a nice size. And she looked good and she knows how to work the crowd. And that's what I like, And, I can't remember her name. I feel so stupid now. She might beat me up when she sees me.
It'd be an impromptu match.
Jersey Pro was like a family, and then right across the street was the bar.
Oh yeah, on that corner.
Yeah,
we all used to go there, and I don't drink, but we all go there and bull crap. I remember. Go to this thing called Chuck-a-Luck. right?
Mhm.
It was a thing
Yeah.
called Chuck-a-Luck. It was like a pizza place, and they had these wings that you had to sign a waiver to eat because they were
Oh
called.
wow.
Yeah.
So they all go down there. They all go down there and take the challenge. There's about it had to be about 10, 20 us down there. And they bought three wings. Three wings. Yo, when it came out, I never had them, never will eat them. I don't know, I was like, I ain't stupid. I'm old. Right? Actually, with a heart attack eating some hot wings and calling the cops on me, it'd be embarrassed going home. Like, what happened to you? While you was in the hospital, I ate some wings.
Yeah,
Brought
burned my
this-
esophagus.
Yo, they brought out these boneless wings, and when they brought it out, it's like, yo, that smelled like paint remover. That's how it was stored. And yo, they took a bite. It was chaos in that store.
Oh man.
Holy.
To watch Rovers, this girl named Lizzie. There's a lot of people. I just can't remember everybody's name. But oh my God, you got to see the guy's soda was gone. They in that store, and I'm telling them they got to get milk and bread. They was drinking soda. I said, all you're doing is making it harder. When you drink soda, you got to put bread in your mouth, or I was telling them, don't get milk, get chocolate,
Yeah.
chocolate syrup. Put chocolate syrup and let it sit in your mouth for a while. It takes away the burn a little bit, gives you that chocolate flavor a little bit.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
And 2 days later, going back to the school, and everybody, it went down bad, and it came out bad.
Oh, no.
And they were taking little pieces. It wasn't much, but it was so little. And they were losing their minds, man. I never seen people. And the girl, Lizzie, she touched her face, and it was all,
Oh,
and her face just light up, and you can see her fingers on her face. It was just horrible, man. It was a
Oh man.
Damn, real life Two-Face.
I don't know. I think Clovis said he has the video. I'm not sure,
oh,
but,
that would be hilarious to see.
Oh god. That would be a highlight reel.
Yeah,
baby
could add that to the new Ouch files.
my baby son. Oh yeah. Oh man, we had some crazy. Jersey Gold Pro had fun. We was crazy. Frank was out of his mind.
We know.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Oh yeah. All the stories and everything.
Oh, Frank was out of his mind, man. Frank was out of his mind, man. It was like nobody was crazier than Frank. Things that Frank do, I can't even talk about. You're sick in the head, bro. But he was loved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that hurt. That day I saw that on Jeff's page, that hurt.
Yeah,
That
man.
killed me.
They did the anniversary. It worked out, but it didn't. It wasn't a Frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody showed the one when they did the tribute for Frank. It was a blowout.
Yeah. I was there.
After that, they tried to do the reunion one. I was on the old school guys, and it wasn't the same without hearing Frank's mouth. His son has tried to do it, and his son would have been a good wrestler too, but his son
He
dropped out.
actually is.
Yeah, he dropped out.
He stopped.
Yeah, he's down in Florida.
I think he's doing something down there now. I think he's working down there.
But I know if he wasn't. Jay Keys is his best friend. This kid named Jay Keys is his best friend. I always asked about him, and he said, "No, he ain't doing nothing." I used to call Frank's son all the time. And, I was really mad with him when he got out of college. I wanted him to finish college.
Mm.
He was like, "Fuck this wrestling, educated man." I was like, Frank is my boy. And then I lost contact with Frank's other son, his older son. I lost contact with him. I used to talk to that kid every weekend.
Wow.
How you doing? And then we lost contact. I think he got around 13, 14 years old, and they moved, and he never got me back, and I couldn't find him. His phone was down and everything. I had his house number, or I had his cell phone at that time. At that time, cell phones were crappy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very crappy.
Yeah, but Cherry Hall was the move, man. We had indoor. If you had a problem, lock the doors and you handle your business in there, and then you unlock the doors. Your friends after that,
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I remember being at quite a few Jersey All Pro shows at Charity Hall, and I seem to remember them having a doctor and a nurse in the back, because that was at the time that blood was better.
Yeah, blood was better at that time. Oh, that was crazy, man. Blood is better, man. You know, it was like if you didn't bleed, you wasn't part of Jersey All Pro. That's the
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Going back to watching some of those old Jersey All Pro clips on YouTube, the Ouch Files.
Ouch Files were the greatest.
There is nobody who has better reactions to the wall
Yes.
than Hanson.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, that kid had some sick reactions to people getting thrown into the wall.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I can't remember these guys. They were young and they hit the wall, and then one of the guys grabbed the rope while they're getting thrown, and he went straight down, bust his whole cranium open. That was wild. I can't remember. They were young guys. They was like kind of name. I don't think they were called the Backseat Boys, maybe. I'm not sure. They were one at that time. Oh man, it was a lot of people don't know. A lot of people went through Jersey All Pro. You got to think about Sabu was there.
Kenny Omega.
Mega, yeah, Mega was one of them. Yep. Tristan.
Brian Danielson.
Definitely.
Rey Mysterio.
The Dragon.
I mean, you were talking about your student run shows, and this is one that I can't find the actual video for. It was called Smarks Only. It was in June of 2002. The reason I bring it up is because it was Charity Hall, and apparently CM Punk was on that show. That's one I want to try to get a footage of.
Oh man, there's a lot of people. I think RR something runs the video.
RF Video.
Yeah, our video had that, and then Montron came in and took over after that. Because our video,
I got the list of notable alumni up right now, and it's just like a who's who of wrestling.
Yeah.
And you had Abdullah the Butcher.
Remember Christian too?
Yes, Christian when he
Christian was there.
A TNA run.
Yep.
Prime Time.
Yep.
Always loved Prime Time.
What's his name? The one is tag team champion now with all the hair on his face in WWE.
Kevin Owens.
Not Kevin Owens.
El Generico.
No.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, who he was
under El Generico.
Yeah, at the time.
The first one.
They both came through Jersey All Pro.
Yeah, but he was the first American show he did was with us.
Yes. I remember both Generico and Kevin have said that the first ever American shows were Jersey All Pro shows.
How about somebody who's doing very well on AEW right now and Ring of Honor? Eddie Kingston.
Kingston, another guy, is great.
Jay Lethal, another.
Yep.
I remember Lethal. I remember seeing him way back wrestling as a beginner, and one of the guys he was wrestling with was this white kid named Rain at one point.
Rain, yes. I remember. Another kick had been good. Rain, I definitely think Clovis should have been on TV as well. I think he was one of the top dogs in there. I always think he should be there. Rain was another one. Chino Martinez.
Yeah, I remember Chino.
Chino should have been on TV. Chino was excellent. I got to train Chino, so I got to help.
You got a little bragging right there.
And one of the all-time great Jersey All Pro alumni, God rest his soul, Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Don't forget the Haas brothers.
Yes, Charlie and Russ. Absolutely.
I still have the memorial shirt when they had in that show that day.
Russ,
yeah.
Russ was really good. Another guy was getting TV spots with his brother.
Yeah.
I was actually at the show where it was the world's greatest tag team, Shelton and Charlie with Kurt Angle against Teddy Hart and Chris Sabin with Chris Hero in their corner.
Yes.
And I got a picture in the ring after the show with Kurt Angle.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Somebody else who's in WWE right now from Jersey All Pro. Bandito Jr.
Eddie
Orengo.
Love him, bro. Bandito. I talk to him very little here and there. He's still got his head on strong. He's still a decent person, you know. Like a lot of some of these guys that become stars, they act like they stars, you know.
Well, he's working as a ref now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's still, still a decent person. He's on TV all the time.
He remembers where he came from.
Right. You know, his dad is proud of him because I run into his dad once in a while, you know. At Gino Sr. It's just like, you know, so many people came through Jersey All Pro. You know, Prime Time was there at one time, you know, Samoa and Joe. You know,
Booker T and Sharmell came through a couple of times.
Oh, yes.
T versus Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah, Jay Lethal. We went to a show in Jersey, in Rahway one time. Then we stopped at the Applebee's on 1 and 9.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes after we walked in and were sitting down, Jay Lethal and a couple of the other guys came in.
Yep. And let's don't forget about Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
Lawler, yeah.
Jerry Lawler was there.
So was Kamala.
That's right. Kamala did come through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
and
there's one name I could
one of the cleaners' favorites. Okada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kazuchika Okada.
Let's don't forget about Tracy Smith, Tracy
Smothers?
Smothers was there. Yep.
I mean, I could see the shirt that Will is wearing. I mean, we could always bring back that Jersey All Pro was New Japan's first big break in the United States with that East Coast tour. Because, excuse me, but TNA, when their partnership with TNA wasn't really going anywhere. They weren't doing co-promoted shows. So the first ever actual New Japan show in the United States was associated with Jersey All Pro.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that was the downfall for Jersey All Pro too. The All Japan thing. It was like, you know, it was a lot of money put in that show. It kind of been I wish it was like the big thing for Jersey All Pro.
Yeah.
But I think it was like after that, you know, Jersey All Pro faded a little bit after that.
Yeah.
You know,
because I mean, that was a big show because it was, like you said, a lot of big Japanese names were finally coming over to work the United States. I mean, one of the biggest titles in Japan or in New Japan in the last 10 years was created on that show, the Intercontinental title.
And, you know, it's a shame that, you know, and then, like I said, after Frank passed away, it started fading out a little bit. You know, nobody can place Frank.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not.
You could duplicate it, but it's never be the same. You know, it can't be the same. You know, I give Steve Mack a lot of credit. He tried to. Jeff Pierre, they but again, but it was just missing that spark. You know,
spark. Often imitated, never duplicated.
It can't. You could try, but it doesn't be the same. You know, you could duplicate anything, but it's not the same. Look at Diesel and what you call them. They did it in WWE. You know, didn't work out. They did the fake Diesel and Razor Ramon. You know.
Yeah.
That fake.
And of course, the fake Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing that worked with the fake Diesel and the fake Razor Ramon was that Kevin Nash and Scott Hall got a big pay increase because of that.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
And what you call him became Kane.
Yeah, that's right.
He kept his money, bro, you know. But
first he became Isaac Yankem.
Yeah. Yes. Rotten teeth. Hey man, yo, they told me to be a bum in the street these days, and I'm getting a good penny. I'm gonna be a bum in the street. Fuck it, I'll eat food. I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't care. You don't have no reputation when it comes to that getting that money. You know, you could retire. Yeah. You know, a lot of guys came through Jersey All Pro, man. A lot of guys I just can't. You know,
there's too many to list.
Cherry Hall was like the spot to be, you know.
Yeah.
At that time, you know, and
then even after that, the Rahway Rec Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it became their second home after that, you know, because problem with Bayonne with the mayor or whatever it was down there at that time. You know. Yeah. And we was on Channel 9 News. We got the Channel 9 News. You know. Yeah, you guys asking me about steroids. I said that's in every
He was a
sport and
punk.
business.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Don't just say wrestling, man. It's every sport. Everybody has their ups and downs in sports, you know?
Yeah. All
Hey,
right.
you know what? I want to thank you for coming on, Magic.
I appreciate it, man.
It's been fun.
Thank
Yeah, it's
you.
been fun catching
I'm
up with you, brother.
waiting for y'all to give me some hard questions, you know? You got me. I don't supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be shy.
We appreciate
that's
you
what we want.
talking.
Hey,
All right.
guys, we do the Funhouse. I want y'all all to support it, okay?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, too sweet.
Have a nice, too sweet.